Hey, g'day. Mike Simon's Interactive Events. Thanks for taking the time to come along today. And chances are you're here because your team culture is probably not quite where you would like it to be. Chances are it might be full of toxicity, disengagement, poor relationships. It could be that there's poor performance. So you really got a team culture which might be sort of in that toxic or transactional stage, but you're wanting to build it up so it becomes an inspired team culture that people love being a part of. And I can tell you that there's one of three reasons why your culture is stuck in the starting blocks or stuck in first gear and you're having trouble shifting it up to those higher gears. So there's three possible reasons. So I'll just shove my eyes on for a moment. So the first reason why uh, cultures struggle is that there's unmet expectations. Unmet expectations within you as the business owner, the business leader, but also to unmet expectations within our staff. And so unmet expectations are the starting point of resentment. So if we have an expectation in our mind as to how someone is going to behave or certain things they're going to do, if that doesn't happen, that's where we start to build resentment off the back of that. The next thing is then around poor relationships. So relationships are the backbone of culture and engagement. So the research shows that 75% of staff will leave a job because of a poor relationship with their direct supervisor. 82% of staff who are disengaged because they don't trust leadership. So that leader to staff relationship is really important. But the other relationships to consider obviously are within the team, across teams. They're really important. And as to the relationship that your staff members have with the organization as a whole and the work that they do on a day-to-day basis. The next piece, which then can potentially get in the way of building strong culture, then is misalignment. So misalignment is when we say one thing but do something else. We say that this is our belief, but our behaviors don't actually match what we're saying. And this can come down to also your policies, your processes, the way you go about work, that they're not in alignment with what you stand for and what you're about. So that misalignment can then actually then reinforce the unmet expectations, which then creates more resentment, which then impacts and filters through and ripples into our relationships and poison those relationships, which then reinforces misalignment. And we go round and round and round and round in this circle. So what's the solution? Pretty simple. So the first thing, unmet expectations, what we need to do is actually really build a sense of clarity. So we get really clear about the vision of our culture, the kind of culture we want to build, but we also have clarity around who we are as leaders and people, because we know that a team will only ever rise to the level of our leadership. And we also get clear around our why. So why our business exists, and then also to our behaviors, so our values. So how are we going to go about our work, and how are we going to actually build the relationships within our team? And that then leads us to the next one, which is that the poor relationships. The solution for that is actually then building a sense of unity. So unity amongst the team, boosting collaboration, your staff working together as a team, but also to strengthening the unity they have with the organization as a whole. And then for misalignment, that's really simple. It's just the complete opposite, and that's actually build alignment. So we just make sure that our behaviors are matching our purpose, our behaviors are matching our values, our behaviors are matching what we say we're about. And we ensure then we go deeper and make sure that our policies, our processes, our procedures, the way we do our work actually matches who we say we are. So if we then have a look a bit further, the clarity, that's really about how we go about leading the business. The unity is then how are we engaging our people, and then alignment is then actually how do we go about empowering our teams to be able to work to the level and the standard that they are truly capable of doing. So look, if you'd like to find out more, and if you've identified with maybe one of these things as being, or maybe that's us, maybe that's why our culture isn't to the level that we would hope it would be, somewhere on this page there'll be a link for a culture checkup. So a culture checkup is a 15, 20-minute process we go through where we have a look at your culture, where it is now, where you'd like it to be, identify the things you have in place, the things that are working, the things that aren't working, identify the obstacles, and through that, actually build a 3-step action plan to help you take your culture from that toxicity or that transactional nature to one that is truly inspired and one where staff are engaged, there's great unity amongst the team, and that then results in amazing performances as an organization together working for one mission. And then for yourself as the business leader or the business owner, for you, whew, gives you a sense of relief, a sense of peace, joy, and you actually can come to work looking forward to the experience and enjoying the business for what it is. So if you'd like to take a part of that, click the link. If you're watching this video on social media, just drop in checkup in the comments and we will reach out to you and make a time that works to start that process. So thanks again, team, and look forward to chatting with you soon. Cheers.